Good morning folks, how you doing? Welcome to another video on the channel. I don't know how much you can see, the ground is sparkling. I'm not sticking around to get any changed or anything. I'm going to dress as hell with all the layers on, because it's absolutely freezing. Get warmed up, it's bloody freezing. So yeah, I've got my sleep systems packed away, which I've not been able to show you because it's that cold and it was dark area. Everything's just now neatly packed into there. Bivy bag, sleeping pad. Ooh, made it to Nottingham city centre. It looks like the city hall there. I'm going to call it city hall. Certainly looks like it. Just had the obligatory stop at McDonald's. It's on my way to the castle now. Taking my time this morning. I'm sure I'm behind the audax time, so I've got some catching up to do. So today's route is 260 kilometres. This is actually my first time I've been to Nottingham city centre on the bike and to Nottingham Castle. I could probably do it as a 100-miler, I think. May well do it again in the future. But yeah, a beautiful morning. Bloody cold though. I will look more like a cyclist a little bit later on once I get out of the city centre, I think. Out of Nottinghamshire into Leicestershire now. Let's head in the general direction. I know I say general direction, don't I? Of Kegworth. If you want to know what I brought with me in terms of clothing and gear, watch to the end. On the end screen I'll put a link to my last video listing exactly everything that I brought with me on this weekend's ride. Okay, it's time to go over that route. Now, often in these videos I get places wrong and directions and things, but let's see how many I can get right. So I'm heading down to Leicester. From there, continuing east, we're going up Lord Abbey, down towards Stockeston Reservoir, and the first stop is about 75k from where I am right now in Rockingham. There's a cafe there, the Old Barn Inn, been there before during audax. It's a nice little place, bit of a sun trap. And from there just go underneath Rutland Reservoir back into Lincolnshire, and eventually I'm going to go through Crowland. That's a control point that I'll put on this DIY audax route that I'm going to be doing today. Then up past Boston, and eventually I'm going to be settling near Bardney, a little village called Tupholme. There's an old ruined abbey there, and I've had it on my bucket list for a while, so I'm going to throw myself in there once I've had some sort of meal in Bardney. As far as Rockingham is concerned, it's about 80k away, looking like I'll get there sometime between 1 and half 1, so right bang in the middle of the afternoon. In the meantime, I'm heading into Shepstead. It's just shy of 1700 metres of climbing today. It's not too bad. And I haven't said yet, but the best thing about this weekend will be the wind direction. I've made sure most of it's tail, so shouldn't be long spells of headwind. The countryside here in Leicestershire is absolutely beautiful, really open. What's that sign say? Ben's Cliff Crossroads, Bradgate Country Park. I'm seeing plenty of opportunities for wild camping out this way. Just gone through Leicester. I think the most intriguing thing about going through Leicester was this big white mosque building on the right. That's really pretty. Apart from that, there was a nasty bit where all the roads were made of concrete. That one very nice, I tell you. Anyway, I'm making good progress. Just gone through a supposed closed road, which with a footpath was perfectly fine, so use that. Yeah, I'm going to delve into my food stash, I think, grab a flapjack because I'm feeling a little bit hungry. Well, that's new. That's Stockerston Reservoir. All this means is a big climb at the end of this, and well, apart from that, it means Rockingham is, you know, pretty close now. It's actually feeling warm. Lovely. I think when you cycle over 150 miles in one day, it's alright to have not one, but two bacon butties. I'll show you the cake as well, but that lasted 2 minutes. So we're here at the Barn Tea Room in Rockingham, which, according to the sign on the way in, is in Northamptonshire, because I was coming down the road off there into Leicestershire, which suddenly turned into Rutland. Turned right, next minute I'm in Leicestershire again, and then a little further up it turned back into Northamptonshire, so I don't really know where I am. Anyway, that's enough of nonsense from me. Let's start eating. Let's get some brown sauce on. Wow, 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 wow. It's all gone. Tailwind now for the next 6 hours, all the way to Bardney, and then again tomorrow as well. Yeah, it's not often I do that, but it's not, I don't, to be honest, I don't set out going, right, okay, the wind's going this direction, that kind of thing. And it just turned out that the forecast was correct, so happy days. One thing I did want to just share with you guys when I was putting this route together, and tomorrow's as well, which I do all of them on Ride with GPS for starters, and I often mess around with different map modes, and I wanted to do as many new road sections as I can. So there's lots of road sections I've never ridden before. That's what makes the cycling for me more fun. Riding places I've not been to before, unexpected things around each corner. Hopefully it's not a car coming in the opposite direction. Haha, it is, look. What a surprise. Tempting fate there. Sod's law, isn't it? So yeah, I put loads of roads I've never ridden before. I've actually put one in the Lincolnshire Wolds. The climbed into the little village of Oxcombe. It's a literally dead end, and of course it's there on the map, uncharted territory. No purple line on it, so I'm going to colour it in tomorrow. Not entirely sure where I am right now. Falkenham? I don't know, but all I'm really enjoying now is tailwind and blue skies, getting half a suntan. I dare not take my arm warmers off all the way, so I'll just leave them on. Just gone past Rockingham Forest. Must be another Rockingham because I'm miles ahead. Some good bivvy spots there. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what I'm probably doing for food this evening. I'm heading through Woodall Spa to probably do what I did when I was at the waterway previously. We stopped there for some food, grab a pizza or something, have something to eat. Also, I want to share a nugget of, well, if you're ever out long distance cycling, there's a Sainsbury's in Woodall Spa. It's open till like 10:30 or something. Anyway, inside, we've got a free fountain for drinking water. How good is that? I don't like paying for bottled water, don't have to, so I'll just nip in there. I even bring my bike in. So that's the plan for this evening, I think. Have some kind of greasy takeaway food. I find myself going down a drove road away from Crowland, heading in the general direction of the Wash right now. I'm going to be crossing over the Fosdyke Bridge and then Wyberton, Boston, New York. Look at that road. Boring. This one's for the organiser. Hi Andy. 199.1k, 11.5 hours. A little bit slow, I think. That's a punch the air moment, that. Hitting 200. Yes. This is unusual. Trees in South Holland. Not that I'm complaining. Heading down the Lincoln to Boston waterway. Be careful on this stretch here because there's lots of long roots running underneath the path. This is dry, there's no puddles. Right, nearly coming to the end, I think. Not sure. Thinking of splitting this journey up into another video, I think. Otherwise it's going to be rather long. It's a reoccurring story, isn't it, when it comes to wild camping. I never get there early enough to film. But it's very nature. I'm getting there right at the end of the day. As can be seen by this beautiful view. Let's see what happens. The last shot might be me eating a pizza.